Hey everybody, and welcome back to Marvel Champions Experience. Remember, I would always appreciate it if you consider liking this video. If you truly like this content, please think about subscribing. It really helps out the channel. And last but not least, please drop a message down in the comments. Let me know whether you liked what you saw, whether you didn't like what you saw. If you're looking for some specific content, let me know. It keeps me busy, especially for something like this. I really want to know what you think about the new characters, new releases, etc., etc. So please, I would always appreciate a like, a comment, and a subscribe. Really helps me out. So, I was thinking about not making this video. Truly, I've mentioned this a little bit in the videos recently and in the community section. Past 3 weeks, pretty difficult for me. I missed this one. I didn't miss it. I saw that it came out, but I just really couldn't make the video. So I was like, nobody wants to see it. It's really late. But I've decided to actually make this video because, I don't know, you all decided to follow the channel, so I didn't want you to miss out on this and, have another opinion on what this looks like. So let's do it. So I saw that Jubilee was announced. A bunch of my buddies mentioned it in Discord. I obviously saw it on Reddit, but I actually didn't look at her. So as usual, you are going to get a genuine reaction from me. I like being surprised. I don't like spoilers. I don't even watch movie trailers. So let's see what Jubilee is bringing to the table. And I think we all knew Jubilee was going to be one of the characters. All right, Jubilation Lee. Orphaned as a teenager, Jubilation Lee survived on her own by taking up residence in her favorite shopping mall. After her mutant power to generate explosive energy manifested, she found a new home with the X-Men. Now she uses her powers as the colorful hero Jubilee. Fantasy Flight Games is pleased to announce the Jubilee Hero Pack for Marvel Champions: the card game! This bright, energetic hero bursts into battle with this expansion pack, which introduces Jubilee as a new playable hero alongside her 15 signature cards with a pre-built Justice deck ready to play. From the moment you open this box, you'll be able to shine some colorful lights on the villain schemes from the get-go. With her unique emphasis on spending resources of different types, interesting, Jubilee is a flashy hero that can brighten up your games. There's a lot of emphasis on color here and brightness. Interesting way to go. All right, this hero pack also includes a bonus modular encounter set featuring the Assassin and Death Trap Enthusiast Arcade. Ooh, Arcade, cool. All right, well, here she is. Here is Jubilation Lee. Her artwork is pretty cool. Wolverine, signature ally. Yeah, not surprised. Been meaning to rewatch the cartoon, but haven't had time. All right, so let's see. Totally. Oh my God, my daughter, 7 years old, has been singing this stupid song like crazy. All right. Even among the other heroes in Marvel Champions, Jubilee has a bit of a unique kit. Her playstyle is all about utilizing different resource types in big, bright bursts, and her innate ability helps her get that done. After all, a wild resource can be treated as any type as you want. All right. So let's see. Let's pull this one up right here. All right, let's take a look at what she's got. She's got 3 recovery, pretty weak. Don't like that. 9 health. Hate everything that's going on right now. Right? Very, very low health. Very, very low recovery. So there better be a lot here to help with that. Hand size of 6. Obviously, that's pretty standard. Mallrat action. Search your deck for the shopping spree player side scheme and put it into play. So interesting. She's going to come with a player side scheme. All right, so we'll see what that looks like in a second. Better have something to do with healing. All right, let's see. I'm trying to find her actual. We'll just there we go. We can click on this one. All right, Jubilee 112. Also very weak line. Very curious to see what these cards look like. Totally. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Just stop watching the video. I don't deserve it at all. All right, resource. Exhaust Jubilee, generate a wild resource. Okay, so you obviously, they obviously don't want you, I think they don't want you to play with this, right? You don't want to be using this one thwart, one attack. You kind of want to be using her actions and such. So we'll see where they go with that. I don't hate this. I don't hate it at all. especially with this weak line. So, okay. As for her alter ego side, as someone who used to live in a mall, it makes sense that Jubilation Lee is still a mall rat at heart. With her unique player side scheme, shopping spree. All right, let's see what it does. Shopping spree, you can put it into play. Remember, okay, so you basically start the game with it because you'll be starting the game in alter ego side. And you can just use it right away. All right, what does it do? Alter ego action. Exhaust your identity. Remove one threat from here. Any player may trigger this ability. Exhaust your identity. Remove one threat from here. Any player may trigger this ability. Got it. Okay. When defeated, the player who defeated this scheme searches their deck and discard pile for an item card and puts it into play. Okay, so we got to see what these items do. I'm hoping the items, if it's an item, maybe it's like a soda, or I don't know, if played video games from the 90s, a chicken that can heal you in hero form. All right, she can search your deck for handy item cards like her coat. Okay, so it's an upgrade. Jubilee's coat, she gets +1 thwart. Hero response thwart. After you play a thwart event, exhaust Jubilee's coat, choose a scheme, remove one threat from that scheme for each different resource type used to pay for that event. Okay, so she can thwart a bunch. All right, so as I said, I'm assuming there's going to be a defensive version of this and an offensive version of this. So after you play a thwart event, you can exhaust this, choose a scheme, remove one threat from that scheme for each different resource type used to pay for that. Okay, so off the top of my head, you have some sort of justice card that costs 3. You use 3 different resource types on the bottom to pay for it. It removes whatever that card does plus an additional 3. It's actually really good. Okay, sunglasses. Is this the attack version? There it is. 2-cost upgrade. After you play an attack event, it's going to be the same thing, right? Deal 1 damage to image for each different resource type. Okay, so as they said, she's taking advantage of the different resource types. So that's pretty good. It's actually very good. I'm not going to lie, it is very good. So again, you won't be necessarily working with her base stats. You're going to want to make a deck that is strong, that has strong like event cards and things like that. All right, and remember, you can really, for the most part, you can start with these, or not even necessarily. Yeah, you for the most part you can start with this because the game starts with this. You'll be able to put the player side scheme into play, do what you need to do to call it out, right? And so even let's take a turn 1 real quick. So this is not like, you don't need to exhaust her for this. So you'll just take this action. You'll put shopping spree into play, right? Oh, then you have to exhaust her to do that. Never mind. I thought you'd be able to remove it. It's fine. But for the most part, you might be able to get shopping spree off in turn 1 and then still be able to put these on for free. There's got to be a defensive version of these somewhere. Each of these items adds an extra bit of spice to her thwart and attack events, respectively, depending on the number of different resource types she spent for those events. See where this is going? I do. Thank you. Outside of her shopping trip, Jubilee's events are where her powers really shine. She can fry an enemy and stun them with Firecracker. I love stun. 2-cost event. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. If you pay for this card using 2 different resource types, stun that enemy. So this is basically guaranteed to always go off because this is a 2-cost event. You obviously have to use one of your cards to pay for it. Then you can exhaust her for this wild resource, and that will be the extra resource type. So you will 100% always, unless something crazy happens, be able to stun the enemy as well. So realistically, making this only a 1-cost event card, right, because of the wild resource here. So you're paying 1 card in your hand for 4 damage and a stun. Love that. Remove some threat and confuse the enemy. I'm sure this is the exact same version, but the confused type. Yep, 2 cost, 3 threat, 2 different resource types, confuse. So essentially, this is 1 cost for 3 threat and a stun. So I really like where this is going. This is my kind of hero, honestly. I really like, if you've seen my videos, I don't. I prefer to play events over allies, so this is really, really, really in my wheelhouse. Okay. Or stun and confuse multiple enemies at once with a blinding flash. This seems like a minion type of thing. 3-cost event. Choose X enemies, where X is the number of different resources types used to pay for this event. Stun and confuse each enemy. So, where X is the number of different resource types used to pay for this event. Okay, so this will be a 2-cost event. Again, I'm minusing these by 1 just because of her ability, right? So for 2 card payment, you can, and even if you only used stunned and confused the villain, that's really good, right? Because that takes up 2 of their turns. Different copies of her signature events have different printed resources. Oh, cool. Different copies of her signature events have different printed resource icons to help her fuel multiple resource types engine, but you can always power her events with a plasmoid energy. Oh, I actually thought, I was wondering if it was going to be an upgrade. Okay, so this is a 2-cost. Wow, not 2-cost. This is a 2 resource type resource card and different resources. Very cool. Which itself has 3. Wait. What? Oh. I see. You can use plasmoid energy, which itself has 3 different versions. So she comes with 3 of these energy cards or resource cards, and they all have different resource combinations, which is very cool. Okay, we have some signature allies. No. These are justice cards. Okay. Jubilee's powers are potent, but she will eventually have to flip back to alter ego to rest and recover. So I'm a little worried because her health and recovery is very low. I don't know what else is in her kit. I would have preferred to see this defense at 3 if her health and recovery are this low. Okay, so, and go on another shopping spree. Thankfully, her pre-built justice deck comes with plenty of tools for keeping the threat in check. Husk, which was up there. 4-cost ally, very expensive. 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health. Interrupt. When Husk uses a basic power, okay, one of these, spend up to 3 resources. If you spent at least 1 energy, Husk gets 1. Sorry, I was thinking if you could double up on these, but you can't. If you spent at least 1. Got it. Husk gets +1 power to that use. Heal 1 damage from Husk. Ready Husk after this use. Okay, she actually is very good. She is really good. 4-cost. Right, let's minus that by 1 for Jubilee's, what's it called? Wild resource. So 3-cost. Bring her out. Let's see how. Damn. So you can heal her. You can keep her in play a long time and ready her. So this is, let's even say you pay for the full 4. For 4, you get either 4 threat removal, right? As long as you get this physical, or the +1. This is a great card. This is a really good card. I think Justice really needed something like this. Let's see. Can use Jubilee's mixture of resources to power herself up. While Chamber, another very expensive card, but now I'm kind of stoked to see what it does. 2 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health. Chamber takes -1 consequential damage after he attacks a confused enemy. Okay, so he's a bit situational, but Jubilee can confuse the enemy. So as long as Jubilee can keep that confused there, he can stay out a very long time. Also, don't hate him. I will definitely be probably. I bet this deck is going to come with the power of Justice cards, probably with a new art as well. Let's see. In a pinch, Jubilee can don a disguise. Oh, this is one of her cards, right? Nope, it's not. 1-cost upgrade. Play under any player's control. Max 1 per player. Action, thwart. Exhaust disguise. End your identity. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. Oh, that's cool. I mean, especially with Jubilee, because she's not... doesn't have a lot of threat anyway. And I haven't used them in a very long time, but this in a Gambit Justice deck, very nice. I haven't used Gambit in a while. Let's see. So yeah, it says you can use that to find. You can use shopping spree to find disguise, or use disguise to clear threat off shopping spree. Once you've got a scheme down to low threat, finish it off with Jubilee to Waylay. 3-cost event. Let's see. Hero response. Attack. After your hero thwarts, deal 4 damage to an enemy. 7 damage instead if that thwart removes the last threat from a scheme. Wow. Wow. That is powerful as hell. However, with Jubilee specifically, this is going to be a little hard to pull off, I think. I mean, maybe not if you're focusing on the shopping spree, because it's only got 2 threat on it, right? So the 1 thwart from Jubilee could finish it off. If you have this, it can deal 7 damage, so 3 costs for 7 damage. A little bit situational, but really, really strong. Really, really strong. All right, let's see. Use Jubilee's spectrum of resources to get the most out of 3 steps ahead. Another Justice card. 3-cost event. Let's see. Hero action. Thwart. For each different type of resource used to pay for this, choose a scheme and remove 2 threat from it. Okay, so let's see. For each different type of resource. So let's say you pay for this with 3 different types of resources, right? Because it's a 3-cost event. So this is 3 costs for essentially a 6 threat removal. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, especially if the threat is getting up there, you're going to want this. You really, this is really like a break glass in case of emergency situation, though, because it is very expensive. So if you pull this early, like if you get this in your hand, like on the first turn of the game, it's a useless card, right? You're not going to be wanting to pay 3 costs to remove 6 threat that early in the game. All right, and Multitalented. Okay, this is a basic card now. 3-cost event. Hero action, attack thwart. If you pay for this using at least 1, okay. So deal 2 damage to an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme, heal 2 damage to your enemy. I really like that they... So I just played Magic, and she has a basic spell attack that is basically the same version of this. I really like these cards. This is making basic like finally feel a little bit useful. A lot of the basic cards are honestly not that great, especially the older ones. You can call on Wolverine. Okay, I think this is a signature ally. Here we go. 4-cost ally. Actually, what did this do? Deal 2. Wait, what? And Multitalented. Then call on Wolverine. So like you'll do this, and then we can get Wolverine. All right, so let's see what Wolverine does. 4-cost ally, 1 thwart, 3 attack. 2 damage on this. He's probably going to heal himself, right? Yeah. All right. It's got 4 health. Wolverine's attacks gain piercing. After you change to alter ego form, heal 3 damage to Wolverine. Oh. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm just doing the math on here. So you'll like want to attack with him, bring his health down to 2. Then you'll want to thwart with him and bring his health down to 1. Then flip to take the full advantage of that. Heal the 3 damage. Where are we? All right. To help you clear threat from the Generation X. This is it's Justice. It's not a Jubilee one. 0 cost to play it. 3 threat on it. Each XMen character gets +1 thwart while making a basic thwart against this scheme. Each player may search their deck and discard pile for an identity-specific event and add it to their hand. Not bad. Not bad. Not my favorite, but not bad. So you're basically got to remove 3 threat to pull a card into your hand. Not the worst. Not the worst. Don't love it, but it's fine. And hunt for one of her powerful events. Okay, don't get me wrong. Her events are powerful. So, I don't know. Let's see. Each XMen character. Is Jubilee an XMen? No. Yeah, she is. So she'll have 2 threat on it. Wolverine would have 2, right? So let's see what this is. It's got 3 on it. Okay. So, yeah, I'm wrong. This is pretty good, right? So let's say you get this done with just some basic abilities. Then you can get one of her. Let's say you get that stun card out, right? Stun an enemy. Yeah, this is pretty good. It's actually pretty good. She and Logan mate for a bit of an unlikely duo. Okay, this is definitely, what's it called? A team-up one. And these I usually don't like these. Yep, there it is. 2-cost event. Team up, Jubilee and Wolverine. Confuse an enemy, deal 4 damage to a confused enemy. Okay, this is actually really good. This is very good. 2 costs for 4 damage to confuse and deal 4 damage. This is very, very strong. My only issue with these cards is it's super, super situational. You need to have Wolverine out, right? And then you need to pull this card. But if you're playing with a buddy who happens to be using Wolverine, this card becomes godly. Godly. Okay, a deadly game. Here comes the encounter card. Modular arcade. Arcade cannot take damage while a trap side scheme is in play. Discard card. When revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a trap side scheme is discarded. All right, so kind of sounds actually very much like arcade. As we mentioned earlier, the Jubilee Hero Pack also comes with the brand new Modular Encounter set. Arcade, who's what is he? 3 health, 2 and 2, but he can't take damage while a side scheme is out. Quite fond of putting heroes into elaborate traps. As a treachery, when resolve the one defeat ability on each trap. If no abilities are resolved, discard cards. Okay, this makes the traps side schemes resolve or put one in play. So let's see what they are. Welcome to the murder world. Hinder +1 when defeated. The player who defeated this side scheme takes 2 damage. Okay, so this sucks because it's got a extra encounter card. It only has 2 threat on it. Actually has 3 because of the hinder 1. And I'm talking about this in terms of true solo, right? So, and you got to take 2 damage when defeating that. The Funhouse, again, it's got 3 on it. The player who defeated this, oh, that's rough. The player who defeated this is stunned. If they're already stunned, discard an ally, upgrade, or support. And it's got the +1 bonus to it. That one sucks. Before finally trapping them in the Hall of Mirrors, 3 on it. The player who defeated this side scheme is confused. Also sucks. If they're already confused, place 2 threat in the main scheme. Yeah, so this is fair. He's fair. He's not like, oh my god. He's not like some of the much more difficult modulars, but he's fair. I don't mind him. He's like I would have fun playing with him. Mallrat, with the focus of her different resource types and powerful events, Jubilee is a flashy, fun hero and a great addition to any team. Look forward to battling the forces of Apocalypse with Jubilee at your side when the Jubilee Hero Pack launches in July. Oh, July. Oh, God. Right to my gut. All right, let's see. What are we in? It's essentially April, May, June, 4 months. And I believe we have Iceman coming before that. I wasn't too high on Iceman. I'm sorry, all the Iceman lovers. Don't really love the way he plays. But Jubilee, very excited for her. This is a hero that is very, very, very much towards my play style. I really like playing events. It's the type of game I like to play. Her events seem really good. Really wish this was a 4. Really wish this could have been a 10. If this stood the way it is, wish this would have been a 3. Just saying. But she looks great. She looks great. I am very much looking forward to getting her in my hand. I'm very curious to know what you guys think. Sorry for this late video, but hope you enjoyed my very, very late thoughts on this. Take care, everybody. Peace.